Hey everyone, if you're working in IT, security, or auditing, chances are you've heard about a powerful certification that can seriously level up your entire career. Today, we're going to go on a quest. We're going to unpack one of the most respected credentials out there, CISA. But let's be real, there are a ton of certifications out there. So the big question is CISA actually worth the hype in 2025? Is it worth your time and money? Well, you're in exactly the right place because we are about to break down everything you need to know. All right, so here's our game plan for this journey. First, we'll cover what CISA actually is. Then, we'll figure out if it's the right fit for you. We'll map out the path to getting certified, talk about how to crush the exam, and I'll even show you a little secret weapon for your prep. And finally, we'll look at what your career could look like after you get that CISA. Okay, every great quest starts with that call to adventure, right? So, first things first. What in the world is CISA, and why does it matter so much right now? So CISA stands for Certified Information Systems Auditor, and you should really think of it as this global badge of honor. It's administered by CISA, which is a huge deal in the industry. Getting certified proves you've got the chops to audit, control, and secure an organization's most critical systems. Honestly, it's the gold standard. And its importance is just exploding. I mean, think about it. We live in a world with non-stop cyber threats, crazy complex regulations like SOX and GDPR, and companies are transforming digitally faster than ever. You need people who can make sure all these new systems are actually secure and compliant. That's exactly what CISA is built for. Okay, so you get the mission, but are you the hero for this particular quest? Let's figure out who really stands to gain the most from grabbing a CISA certification. Well, the most obvious group for sure is IT auditors and consultants, but hey, it's not just for them. If you're a security pro, an IT manager, or you're in risk and compliance, this certification is incredibly valuable. And you know what? Even if you're a recent grad, you should put CISA on your radar as a major long-term career goal. So, are you feeling like this is the path for you? Awesome. Now let's pull out the map. The journey to getting certified has some really clear steps, and we're going to walk through them one by one. The path is actually pretty straightforward. It all starts with passing the exam. After that, you've got to meet the experience requirement, agree to a code of ethics, and commit to continuing your education. The last few steps are just the paperwork, really. Complying with auditing standards, paying the fee, and submitting that final application. Now, let's talk about that experience requirement, because it's a big one. To get fully certified, CISA requires 5 years of relevant professional experience in the field. But wait, don't panic if you don't have the full 5 years just yet. CISA offers waivers. You can actually get up to 3 of those 5 years waived based on your education. So for example, if you have a master's degree in a related field, boom, that knocks 3 years right off the requirement. It can make the path a whole lot faster. All right, this is it. We've reached the final challenge on your path to certification. Let's really break down the CISA exam itself so you know exactly what you're up against. The exam is split into 5 different domains. Now, take a close look at this because the weighting is super important. You'll notice that 2 of these domains, IS Operations and Business Resilience and Protection of Information Assets, together, they make up more than half of the entire exam. This is a huge clue. It tells you exactly where you need to focus the biggest chunk of your study time. So here's the nitty-gritty on the format. You're looking at 150 multiple-choice questions, and you have 4 hours to get through them. The score is on a scale from 200 to 800, and you need to hit at least 450 to pass. So yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Pacing yourself is absolutely key. Okay, tackling a challenge like the CISA exam means you need the right tools in your arsenal. It's not just about studying hard, it's about studying smart. So let's talk about how to prepare effectively. This is the question. It's what every single candidate asks. I mean, the global pass rate hovers around 50 or 60%. That tells you that just reading a book isn't enough. You have to study smarter. So how do you do that? How do you make sure you pass on your very first try? And this is where modern study tools can be a total game changer. Platforms like FlashGenius, for example, use things like an AI-guided learning path to laser focus your attention where you need it most. They've got features like practice modes for specific domains, full-on exam simulations, and even smart review systems that help you learn from your mistakes, not just repeat them. So the goal is to find a better, more efficient study experience, right? When you're comparing different prep platforms, you really want to look for those unique features. For instance, things like an AI-guided path or an AI-powered smart review. These aren't just about quizzing you. They're designed to actively teach you and adapt to your personal strengths and weaknesses. That kind of personalized approach can be a massive game changer for your prep. Okay, you've faced the challenge, you've used the right weapons, and you've conquered the exam. Now for the best part of any quest, the treasure at the end. Let's talk about what your career looks like after you earn that CISA certification. And trust me, the payoff is huge. You instantly gain global recognition as an expert in your field. This opens doors to better job opportunities, faster promotions, and way more job security. It's just a powerful, undeniable validation of your skills in IT governance and risk. And yeah, let's talk numbers because they are pretty impressive. In the US, the average salary for someone with a CISA usually starts in that $90,000 to $100,000 range. And honestly, it often goes way higher depending on your experience and the specific role. In fact, if you look at the data, holding a CISA can mean you're earning anywhere from 10 to even 30% more than your colleagues who aren't certified. That is a serious return on your investment of time and effort. So, you see? The CISE certification is so much more than just a few letters after your name. It's a career-defining achievement. It's a tough quest for sure. It'll test your knowledge and your dedication, but the rewards on the other side are absolutely incredible. The only real question left is, are you ready to start your journey and level up your career?